welcome to week 2 of college football, episode 3 for the PHA Pick'Em. We have got a special week for you all. So happy for you coming and listening to us. It means the world to me. Huge slate this week. Not a ton of massive marquee games, but the middle slate of games is great. Some of the best in the country. We have kind of games you wouldn't think about. We got Wisconsin, Washington State. We got Houston, Texas Tech. We've got Arkansas playing South Carolina. Middle slate is looking great. The top tier stuff, maybe not the best in the world. I think really the marquee game is probably Kentucky and Florida. Yeah, that's right. Kentucky is leading the marquee game of college football. As far as brands go, though, Texas, Alabama, obviously the big one. But Texas not really been a team that you can rely on for a while. This is the game for them to decide if they are actually officially back. They have Quentin Ewers, who is supposed to be maybe the greatest high school quarterback ever to play in college. And they have Bijan Robinson, who I think is the best running back in college football. But that's enough. You're not here to hear about that. If you want to hear a breakdown of the games, head on over to my college football show. Just released this week. It will be out hopefully soon on Apple and Spotify, but you can find it on Amazon. Or you can go over to my Twitter at Joey Overs and find the link there with the RSS feed to listen to it. It is called This Past Weekend in College Football. Great show. I've had a couple people already listen to it. They loved it. It's everything that they just feel that they've never gotten from all those other college football shows. And you guys, you know me. I give it to you raw, unedited. There's no network agendas here, no bullshit. You're going to get it exactly the way that you want it from a fan's perspective, just like as if you were talking to your buddies or your gal pals for all the ladies out there. But enough of that. Let's get into the picks, all right? I got a massive slate of picks I got to give you. So before we get going, though, let's just do the update of the records. Started out 0-3 for week 0, kind of a warm-up week. We go 7-7 last week. Had a couple of just bad beats, but also a couple of lines that we got that if we could have just got them different, we may have got a W out of them, but hey, that's how gambling goes. So our record officially sits now at 7-10. I will take it given the amount of picks that I give out. If you told me, hey, you're going to be 17 picks deep and dang near 500, sign me up for that. But we're going big this week. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 plays. I'm calling my shot right now. I'm going to go at a minimum 12-5. You heard it here first, okay? Well, it's the only place you can hear it, though. But I'm feeling really good. This is going to be the greatest year of football I've ever had, gambling-wise. So let's just get to the slate, okay? Also, just a real quick update. So I gave LSU as the hammer play last week. I'm going to start doing that more. I'm just going to give my card and then have a hammer play. We'll keep the hammer plays separate. So 0-1 on hammer plays. Also, be on the lookout for Pick'Em shorts. I'm going to do short spurt picks throughout Saturday and Sunday for the NFL slate as well, even though this is a college football show, of parlays or maybe just insights you need to have. It will probably predominantly be just college football because NFL is just so weird. But also, if you really want NFL, you need to go listen to Kyle and Maggie with their money-making picks. They're the experts, all right? So let's get into the card. All right, first one, we're going to go Tennessee -6 is what I got it at. I actually think the line now is down to 4.5, so we're going to fix that one really quickly because it was early in the week. 4.5 Tennessee. We got 4.5 Tennessee. UNC Georgia, over 64.5. Florida Kentucky, under 52.5. Dylan on PHA Bets gave that he likes that for the over. I don't, okay? This is going to be a gross game, okay? Two amazing quarterbacks in Levis and Richardson, but it's also two hated rivals with two very good defenses with SEC talent all over the board on defense, not so much on offense. They lost a lot of offensive talent for both those teams last year. I like it to be a slugfest, something 21-17, 23-20, something in that realm, under 52.5. Love the pick right there. Might be a little bit of a double unit for me there. A game I actually didn't like until a couple hours ago. Texas A&M -17 against Appalachian State. I think Appalachian State was a little bit of an aberration. It took advantage of a bad North Carolina defense. A&M is stout. They're not going to give up maybe more than probably 17 points, we'll call it, in this game. And I do think that the Appalachian defense, as we've seen, is stinky. A&M probably really a top 5 team, even though they're currently, I think, sitting at 6th. They'll win by 17 plus. This is a pick I stole from Kyle. Love the research. Never would have thought about this, but everything made sense on his end. Northwestern Duke under 58.5. How in the world is this game 58 points? Northwestern can't score. Duke absolutely can't score. 58's a huge number. We're going Wake minus 12.5. They're playing Vanderbilt, okay? Wake has their starting quarterback from last year officially coming back for his first game this season. Vanderbilt's over-under was 2.5. They have 2 wins now. There is no way they're staying within the number in this one. Almost made it my hammer play for the week for you all, but we held back. I want to see what Wake can do. I've been a little bit not as bullish on Wake as most in the country, but I still respect what they're doing. I got Virginia plus 4.5. Yep, I had it at 5. It got down to 4.5 today. I just looked actually a half hour ago. They're taking on an Illinois team that we've got to watch a little bit in Big Ten country. I'm not impressed. Virginia, great quarterback. He's going to do great things. I think they can stay within the number, maybe have a chance to win. Maybe a dark horse money line play for you if you want to sprinkle a little something there. Kansas State, minus 7.5. They're taking on, give it to me, who is it? Can't think of their name. It doesn't matter. They're going to beat the dog crap out of them. It's a really bad team. I can't think of who the heck it is, though. Missouri. They're taking on Missouri of the SEC. Old Big 12 matchup there. Kansas State, I think, is going to dog shit them, okay? They're going to pound them in the mouth, punch them, make them bleed. K-State easily by minus 7.5. I got West Virginia minus 13. They're taking on Kansas. West Virginia has a great offense. Kansas, well, we know what they do in football, which is nothing. All right. I'm debating right now on the hammer play. I have 2 picks I think I want to go between. We'll skip that one for now. Mississippi State minus 10.5. They're taking on Arizona at Arizona. A little bit of a scary play here, but that's fine. I think Will Rogers of Mississippi State, he's everything you could hope for in a quarterback, specifically in a Leach offense. I'll take the 10.5. Oklahoma State, Arizona State, sticking out west here, over 57.5. Oklahoma State showed they could score, but they also showed they could give up points last week. Arizona State under Herm Edwards, I think they have a pretty good team. They'll run the football and probably try to slow the pace a bit. But I think Oklahoma State's defense is that bad that Arizona State will be able to score. And 57 is not a huge number, I feel like, in college football. So we'll go over. BC, Virginia Tech. I think this game is huge for both these teams. This is a hidden gem in a Tier 3 level. So I gave some, marquee games in the Tier 1. Games maybe that are hiding in the Tier 2. This is a Tier 3 game. Neither of these teams are going to do anything. One of them will be bowl eligible. One of them will not be. I talked about it on this past weekend. Whoever wins this game will finish in the middle of the pack of the ACC and use this as a chance to essentially be a building block for next year. I'm going over 45.5 in the game. You can sprinkle BC money line. I know Dylan likes to play as well. I just need to see more out of these teams before I really want to do something like that, specifically out of a BC team that's not been great for a really long time. And then the last play I have here before I try to figure out what I want to do with the hammer play here, because I like a lot of picks right now this week. Oregon State, Fresno, over 59.5. Oregon State, great offense. Fresno, great offense. I don't think either of them can stop each other. It's going to be an absolute fireworks show. I'd be surprised. I would not be surprised if this game goes over 100. Yeah, huge points here. Alrighty, I'm just going to give you guys the play, and then I'm going to decide as I say it which one I want to do the hammer play. I got Bama minus 20 against Texas. I got Baylor, BYU, over 53.5. And BYU minus 3. I just don't see how BYU loses that game and will be a Big 12 rivalry next year when they join the conference, as well as it's at Provo. All right, BYU, they show they can score a ton of points. Baylor has no defense, but also Baylor can score a ton of points, and they gashed BYU's defense last year when these two teams played. Additionally, last year, these two teams when they played went 8 points over what the current line is at 53.5. And then the other one I can't decide on right now, I have USC minus 7.5 against Stanford. This one's this is strictly a new USC line here, okay? We're taking Caleb Williams. We're taking the new coach. I keep wanting to say Lane Kiffin. I know it's not Lane Kiffin. I feel so dumb, but I keep getting Lane Kiffin and Lincoln Riley confused. Lincoln Riley, Caleb Williams at USC, taking on Stanford. Stanford, I think, stinks. Fuck it. I'm taking BYU minus 3 as the hammer play this week. I've just made my decision. BYU minus 3 is the hammer. I just love BYU. If you've been following the show, I'm basically half Mormon. I'm mini famous in Utah already. I might as well keep riding it. And I'm not going to lie, guys. I don't want to say that I'm a bandwagon geek here, but I'm really close to jumping off the LSU 1 week of being all on them and just going directly to BYU. LSU was an absolute dog last week, and I don't know if I can support a team that has a coach like Brian Kelly after I said that I couldn't. And the way he just gave that off, me rooting for LSU this year might be me rooting for them to lose so that Brian Kelly gets fired. But hey, we're going to respect the wheel. Go Tigers. But hammer play right now going to be BYU -3. That's our show for the week. Hope you guys enjoy the picks. Don't forget to check us out over on the Tweeterfest at Joey Overs. We're on the Instagram at Joey Overs. And we do sprinkle a little bit on the TikTok, also at Joey Overs. And you can find us anywhere else, basically Facebook, podcast over on Apple, Spotify, the works. Also, don't forget about the shorts. I'm going to be putting out a hammer parlay you need to get on Saturday. Check it out. Till next time, knuckleheads.